Okay, I'm going to give directions on how to use the Blue Mule bathing system. So what I have hooked up, and hopefully we will get them labeled, is on this first one, I have the Tropiclean oatmeal, the Furminator conditioner, the Furminator, and then on this side we have B3 protein, B3 regular, and the B3 hypo or facial. It's scent-free and everything. So this looks very confusing, but I'm going to go over it very, very easily. Right now, what's happening is, if you look at, we have all of these horizontal. Horizontal means that is off. This one is open. I just tested it and got it filled. It should be closed when you're done with it. You can leave them on the end of the hose. I did put a shutoff valve. Right now everything is off. Everything is parallel and it's all off. So if I want to use, say, B3, we look at here and we have product on the right valves. So the B3 is on the right valves. We turn this one on. We pick the product we want. We make sure no other valves are left on. So it's still not coming through. Just turn it on. And everything goes hunky-dory. Okay. So say I want to use a different product. Say I want to use B3 facial or the hypo. We can leave this valve on, the product right side valves. Turn the B3 off. Turn the facial on. And now we will be using facial. Now, what if we want to use the products on the other side? So if we want to use the products on the other side, we turn all of these off. It doesn't really matter which one we use, which one we turn off first. It doesn't really matter. This is feeding the water and this is selecting the product. Feeding the water, selecting the product. Technically, if you had both sides on at the same time, the only thing you would be doing would be getting less water pressure, because it would kind of be coming from two sides and it would just be a little funky, but it really wouldn't make much of a difference. You're not going to hurt it doing that, but it's not advantageous. And if you left two of these on at the same time, then you would be mixing two different products together and not getting exactly what you wanted to use. So if I want to use one of the products on this side, I'm going to make sure everything else is off, which is horizontal again. I'm going to turn the product valve on the left side, and I'm going to pick my product. This one is Furminator. This one is just a little bit loose, but it will tighten up as it gets warm. So I have that on. And now I will be feeding Furminator through here. If you really have a very sensitive dog and you want to make sure that you're not mixing any products, turn this off, turn this off, and before you change products, put the rinse on. That's the center one. And when you rinse, of course, it's going to take out any of the foamy product from what's left in the hose. But after that, you're going to be down to clean water. Okay, so it's not very hard. Right now, what I have on is straight clean water. And if you wanted to hose down or rinse a dog with that, that would be fine. But if you want to just always have a product on there. So I'm going to put it back on B3. I'm going to turn this on. And turn this on, and then B3 is ready to go. And super easy. Once a month or so, what helps to keep everything clean is if we pull these out of the buckets that they're in and stick the draining valve that's way down the bottom feeding the shampoo, we can rinse each valve with vinegar, or even just fresh water, but vinegar is kind of what is going to clean out any shampoo residue. But there's really not much, any switches or anything other than that need to be cleaned. But running vinegar through here is very important. You have to run vinegar through if you decide you need to dilute any of the products in the bottle. So if you're going to work off a diluted bottle of shampoo, you should always run vinegar through your lines on a very regular basis, if not daily. So simple, simple, simple. I do recommend that as we follow this feed tube in at the end of the night, after everything gets done and you're all done with the products, that we turn this valve off, so that we release a little bit of the pressure this way. However, in the spa, ours is hardwired and we really can't do that, and we have yet to have a problem with it. So, but as always, Randy would love to have all the water off if possible, and that makes it super simple right there to relieve the pressure in our valves. Again, if you want to use this as a wash down, make sure all three of these, the out two sides are off, the products are off, and you can just use that hose as a wash down with fresh water. And now I have it set up so that they can use it for B3 the rest of the day very easily. But it's super easy, and hope that was helpful.